Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Maria. If you're new here, I do videos on professionalism and lifestyle. I know before I had mentioned that my camera video is going to go up today, but unfortunately I can't do that video again because they said the cord for my PowerShot camera, which I use in the video, the thing that connects to my laptop pretty much is sold out, so they're still like shipping one to me. So that'll be up as soon as I can get my hands on the cord that connects the camera to my laptop, but until then I'm still gonna put out some content for you guys in the meantime. So for today's video I'm gonna be talking about some tips that I've learned about how you can manage both a full-time job and college coursework, which I get is really hard sometimes. So I'm gonna come out with just some tips that I've used along the way that have really helped me through the process of getting my education while working a full-time job at the same time. But I don't want this intro to be too long, so without further ado, let's get on with the video. So one of the major things that I recommend is talking to your boss about the goals that you have for school. I think this can go a long way because it just like creates a communication between you and your boss about what you expect out of the job and also what you expect to get out of your education. And if this job supports you, then that's a really good place to be working for, because they don't just care about the work that you do for their company, but they also care about other goals that you have along the line, which can be super important. So I always think that the place that you work should want you to succeed. Like, I've heard so many companies mention, yeah, like you can get a start here and it'll be really good, but from your start here you can go in so many different directions, and that's what a company should be like. They should be there to support you and help you grow as an individual. The place you work should want you to succeed. I think it's important to make sure that your workplace is willing to accommodate you in this, because that if they won't accommodate you with your school schedule, studying schedule, and stuff like that, they may just not be a right fit for a company if you are looking to get your education. And there's many other options out there that really support getting your education. Some companies that will even help pay for your education itself. So that's just something that you should really be looking into in order to make yourself successful in working a full-time job while doing a college education at the same time. And the next thing that I highly recommend, that I actually didn't do, but I heard a lot of other people did and it was really helpful, is trying to have a set work schedule. And by doing this, it'll make it so much easier for you to plan in advance how you're going to get your studies done, and really plan also if you have any sort of downtime through the week, what that would be in, rather than getting your schedule and finding it's different every week and having your life be crazy because you don't know when you're working and you don't know when you're studying. I think having a set work schedule is really nice, even if it means that you don't like get weekends off or whatever. If you know that you have Tuesdays and Thursdays off of work or something like that, then at least you have that downtime to either study harder and work harder, or you may even just like have the time to enjoy yourself. I just think that having a set work schedule will help you be a lot less stressed out and just like get you really prepared for balancing these two different things. And another thing that's really important to do during this, as working a full-time job while going to school is going to be very exhausting and very draining. I've done it, so I know that it's very draining and frustrating sometimes, but something you have to remember is why you want to do this in the first place, why you want to go to school, why you want to work. Maybe it's for financial reasons, maybe you just like want the experience that goes along with that. So there's a lot of different reasons that people make the decisions they do, and you have to remember the reason why you wanted to go to school. Maybe you have a dream job in mind or something like that, but you just need something to keep yourself motivated and say, this is why I'm here and this is why I'm getting stuff done, to get that education to move on to my next goal or my next step in life. And then the next thing that can be super, super helpful is having your work and your school back to back. You can include driving with this and stuff like that, but I think having it back to back is super nice, because then say you work 8 hours from like 8 to 4 and then you have classes from like 4 to 7, you have time to go home, make dinner, study a little bit. You also aren't worrying about these small gaps where you can't do anything. You're just like kind of sitting there doing nothing. Like, I would run into this all the time where I would have maybe 45 minutes in between my job and my school schedule, and it was like, okay, I do have 45 minutes, but I don't really have time to get even started on a project because it's just not enough time. I think by having it set up back to back, you just really have more time to do the things that you need to do, whether it's extra studying or anything like that, whether it's just like having downtime for yourself. So I think that that's a really helpful thing and will really help you along the way of balancing this crazy schedule. With school and work, you're probably gonna end up like working on stuff like around 60 hours a week. So by having that extra time, you're gonna appreciate it later on. Even though you may be running around for 12 hours to like go to school and go to work and do whatever you need to do for the day, you are still gonna have a lot more time if you just like put it all together rather than gapping it up, because you're gonna have these weird gap periods where you really don't know what you could do in that time, because it's too short of a time to go anywhere and enjoy yourself, and it's also too short of a time to like get any sort of studying done. And the next thing that I also didn't do enough, I did do sometimes but not enough, is taking a break when you need one. This is super important and a lot of people overlook this. They're like, you know, I'll take a break eventually, I'll take one eventually. But if you don't take a break, you're eventually gonna burn yourself out. I've done this many times. I burned myself out because I didn't give myself the proper rest that I needed. And that's why it's so important to take your breaks, because you really never know where that breaking point is going to be until you get there. So it's really important to just make sure that you're giving yourself the proper rest, proper sleep, proper time to just really like do the things you love, do the hobbies you love, maybe have a day where you do things that you truly enjoy. And I think that can go a long way and make you more motivated, because then you're not constantly on the run doing things all the time without giving yourself the proper rest. So that completes the video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you did like the content. It would really help out my channel. I really hope these tips helped you, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.
We go and get ourselves into, oh baby, I love